Yeah, so good evening to you all. So as you all know, the 2026 joint admission and matriculation examination is very fast approaching. So if you're an aspirant that maybe you are writing and you are preparing to write the 2026 Jamb examination, then this video is for you. So you have to watch to the end so that you won't miss any slide point that we are going to drop in this video. So this video is especially for those who have a very short time to cover for their maybe their jam preparation. So if you know you fall into the category of like people who maybe like you don't have enough time to prepare for the jam examination, then this video is specifically for you. So without wasting much of our time, let's jump to the video. How to prepare for your jam in the fastest possible way. So number one, Jamb syllabus. You have to have your Jamb syllabus. You have to prepare with your Jamb syllabus. It's very important. Some people like they might think it's not that very important, but it's actually very important. You have to have your Jamb syllabus handy so that when you are preparing, you are actually looking at your Jamb syllabus, then you are reading with it as well, because you know there are some stuff that you actually maybe when you just go to another textbook, maybe you go to a random textbook, you might actually be reading out of scope. Like you'll be reading what Jamb does not require you to read. That's why your Jamb syllabus is very important. So that when you are reading, like you are reading in hand with what Jamb actually requires you to read, so that you don't go and read out of scope. You know, like every maybe like let me say every textbook or every material, they have their own scope. There are some textbooks that are prepared using maybe WAEC scope or GCE or whatever. So that is why it's good to actually read with the Jamb syllabus so that you don't go and read that out of line. Number two is your Jamb recommended textbooks. So you actually need the Jamb recommended textbooks because, as I said earlier, every textbook is actually prepared using a particular scope. You get not like you can't possibly get everything in a textbook. But what most authors do is that they concentrate on a scope, maybe Jamb scope, maybe WAEC, like you can name it, any examination. Concentrate on the scope and then they prepare their tests using that scope. That is why it's actually important for you to use Jamb recommended textbooks, because Jamb has vetted those textbooks and they have seen that yeah, these textbooks are actually like in line with our scope. So that is why it's very important to like follow the Jamb recommended textbooks. And in case you don't know like the Jamb recommended textbooks, if you go to the Jamb syllabus, at the end of any of the syllabus, you are going to see the Jamb recommended textbooks like below all of the Jamb syllabus. And if you don't have your Jamb syllabus, I'm going to leave a link on this video description that will take you to my WhatsApp. In case maybe you don't have Jamb syllabus, you can just DM me and I will send it to you. It's absolutely free, so there's no need for you to panic about the price or anything. Okay, you can just DM me and I'll send it to you. So number three is you have to work hard, but not just working hard, you have to work smart as well, because sometimes you don't like only working hard will not get you what you actually desire. So it's very important to also work smart as well. You get, especially like when you are trying to read, there are techniques you actually need to master, like so that you get the best of what you're actually looking for. Like for me personally, I think it's best to actually like concentrate, maybe bring out two subjects you are very good at, and like concentrate on reading them like frequently, like being very serious with those two subjects. Let me say if you are good at biology and chemistry, concentrate on them very well, like you try to set that standard of getting above 100 in both of them. And bro, if you eventually get, let me say, something around 90 in two of your subjects, bro, you're already good. You get, you just have to put in a little bit of work in your English and the maybe the maths or physics or whatever. You get, so it's actually good to like try to concentrate on your strengths. You get, if you are good at biology, try to take it like more serious. You get, especially if there's no time. This is what we are trying to say. If you have a very short period of time to prepare, that's when this is very important. You have to concentrate on the subjects where you know that you're actually good at. Get the best out of your preparation so that at least you'll be sure of maybe two subjects at least. Then you supplement it with the rest. You get, just, you know what I'm saying, right? So the next tip is past question and practice. Very important. Very important. You get me? The reason a lot of people actually fail Jamb because they don't take the past question serious. And it gets like a lot of time people like usually argue that past questions are not actually very important because Jamb does not repeat past questions. And somehow it's true, but it's not actually completely true because you're not reading your past question just to expect the same question in like when you're writing the exams, because it does not usually happen. But you are actually reading your past question to understand how Jamb actually come up with their questions, like their approach to questions, like stuff like that. You get me? And when you are actually studying your past question as well, it gives you that like some confidence as well, because as you are getting to master some of those questions, when you see something similar during the examination, you'll be very fast to like attempt the question and move on, because you know Jamb actually requires time. Like you have to be very fast because you're answering up to 60 questions in 30 minutes. You get, so if you're not fast, or 45 questions, sorry, in 30 minutes, it's actually a whole lot. But when maybe you are good with your past questions, you are very familiar with some of those questions, bro, you just put in the whatever they ask you to put in very fast. You move on to the next one. You get, so it's actually good to practice as well. You can maybe download some of all these Jamb practice so that you'll be familiar with answering questions very fast as well. You need to be very fast because it's actually another requirement. You can actually read very well, like you are good, you are very good with your subjects and all of that, but you don't know how to be fast, like you don't have that confidence to move fast. That is what past question does for you. So the last tip I want to drop is you have to join study groups, be it on Facebook, be it on WhatsApp, anywhere, Telegram, wherever. It's very important. Sometimes they used to actually drop very important like information, maybe changes, Jamb, guidelines, all of that. Anything that can actually help you. It's very good to join at least one or two of all these study groups, you guys, or lesson groups on WhatsApp and all of that. It's very important as well. It can actually help you. They might actually give you some information that might be beneficial to what you are doing. So it's good to like try and look out for some of those platforms like that, especially on Facebook. We are many on Facebook and you can join, you guys, and they'll be very helpful to you as well. So that is the little tip I want to drop. And if you are watching us for the first time, please try to like and subscribe so that when we drop like other videos, especially concerning this Jamb 2026 examination, you might be able to see them. Yeah, so that you don't miss out on any important information we are dropping as well.